How can you trust her completely and still be aware relapse is possible? Because that's exactly what mature trust is. Let's find your version of it. Come to lesson 1. I want to start by giving you language for something you're probably already feeling but couldn't quite name, because trust in long-term recovery is a genuinely different creature from the trust you had in the early days. It's deeper, more relaxed, more natural, but it's also more informed by reality. And there are a few different versions of it, so let's find yours. First, the versions that don't serve you. There's naive trust, assuming nothing can go wrong, taking sobriety completely for granted, no awareness that relapse is even possible. There's complacent trust, they're fine now, ignoring warning signs, believing addiction is simply cured. And then the opposite extreme, what I'd call fearful trust, still hypervigilant after years of stability, unable to relax even when everything is solid, every small wobble triggering relapse panic. That last one is exhausting, and I've lived in it. It looks like care, but it slowly corrodes the relationship from the inside. Now the version we're aiming for, realistic trust. Confidence in their recovery while staying aware that relapse remains possible. Trusting today without taking tomorrow for granted. It's built on evidence, years of demonstrated, trustworthy behavior, not promises. And it's resilient. It can weather a minor wobble without shattering because it knows the difference between a hard week and a real pattern. Here's the heart of it, and it's the single most useful idea in this whole lesson. Mature trust means holding two truths at the same time. Truth number 1, I trust them completely. I trust their daily choices, their honesty, their commitment, our relationship. And truth 2, addiction is chronic. Relapse is always theoretically possible. Recovery needs ongoing care. Awareness can never quite go to zero. People hear those two together and think they contradict. They don't. How can you trust her completely and still be aware relapse is possible? Someone once asked me, because that's exactly what mature trust is. Deep trust and realistic awareness living side by side. Awareness without anxiety. That's the whole art of it. So how do you know where you are? A few honest questions. Do you think about their recovery every single day or only occasionally now? When they're stressed, does every stressor trigger fear, or are you aware but not panicked? Can you make plans a year or two ahead, assuming their stability? Are you emotionally open with them again, with sensible boundaries? If you're landing mostly on the calmer answers, you've reached mature trust. If you're still in the watchful answers, that's okay too, especially if your road included a relapse, where more caution is simply wise. And a quick word on the 5 dimensions from Core, because they mature too. Safety and reliability usually become solid. You're no longer consciously monitoring. Honesty becomes your default assumption rather than something you fact-check. Emotional trust deepens, though some protective walls may stay, and that's healthy. And future trust grows. You can plan years ahead while never being 100% certain, because addiction is chronic, realistic, not naive. That's the ground we're standing on. In the next lesson, we'll look at how this hard-won trust can quietly slip, not through drama, but through neglect, and the simple rhythms that keep it strong. I'll see you there. Take the self-assessment in your workbook to see which kind of trust you're living in right now. Lesson 2, Catching Quiet Erosion, is next.